for a really, really sweet family that is having some bizarre paranormal activity. That was not a demon, that was a dog. And they just, what little we know, because obviously we come in pretty cold when we come into these cases, what we do know is that this was supposed to be kind of a dream home and a special place and a really important place that they just wanted to kind of dig in and be home.
And there are renovations taking place as we speak. You can hear. So
they are doing some renovations, which is sort of part of the factor of some of the awakening some of the energy, but that's not the only factor. The information that we do have is that basically since they've moved in, nothing has been right. Energetically and emotionally, spiritually, just nothing has been settled. Nothing has been quite right in this space. And all they want to do is enjoy this beautiful home. From what I've seen thus far of it, it's gorgeous. It's supposed to be a happy place. You can feel the love in the space. That's palpable. There is an awful lot of love here. But it's almost like there's conflicting energies. I almost see like a confluence of energies, like some energies that don't agree with others. There's like a layer of energy that there's a clash. There's some sort of battle going on. And I'm almost wondering if there wasn't some sort of actual battle between people like before houses were here. I get the sensation of fighting. I feel like two like rams just hitting and running into each other. It's like rather strong actually. But then you mix in that there's this peaceful, harmonious love in between it, and it's kind of confusing, the dichotomy of the energy in the space. So we'd like to get them some answers. We'd like to understand why this is happening, what is happening, and most importantly, give them some maintenance and management tools because there is some spiritual ability going on here as well. But get some resolution. We want resolution. We want them to be able to handle and maintain the love in this space and make peace with some of the energies. And there's something here, though, that does need to be removed. It's almost like, which one of these things isn't like the others. And there's this little thing that's kind of poked into the space that it's almost like a ticket, like in a dog. There's like a little tick energy somewhere, and I have to find it.
Is that why I got facial recognition on your hip earlier?
I don't know. That's a little creepy. Yeah. Well, nonetheless, you can see the beauty in the space. You can see the happiness. Christmas is almost here. We're just really, this is the time of year where there's supposed to be a lot of happiness and a lot of love and a lot of light. So we're going to try to restore some of that balance. And we're going to do our cold walkthrough, see where we can find some of the energetic hotspots are, and see what the client can validate for us, and then get some solid answers. Let's go wander. But I have the sensation of something. I don't feel alone in here.
I'm wondering where you want to be alone.
Yeah, I feel a little short of breath, and I don't feel alone exactly in here.
Okay. But you see how the rest of the house has kind of a sort of a heaviness to it, whereas the man cave didn't have the same heaviness. Yeah, that's how I felt about it anyways.
There's an energetic shift between the two spaces for sure. My knees hurt in here.
I sit a lot in there when I'm in there because I'm in my office.
Yeah.
I have a lot of joint pain and knee pain in here. Yeah, it's almost a very subdued, oppressive energy. There's like an oppressive force, but it's very subdued.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's almost like this energy of like, scowly, loomy. Like, what are you doing?
I work down there because I don't like working there.
Oh.
I just don't like it.
Do you feel watched?
It feels,
I just feel uncomfortable.
it feels oppressive. It feels like, ugh.
I just feel like kind of
Yeah.
secluded and alone, and just very. I just feel like I always.
Yeah. Tiffany, you're okay being on camera?
I just don't feel like I feel very dull. I don't know how to explain it.
It's not a very comfortable feeling in there. Like the energy in there, it makes me feel kind of just uncomfortable and just ugh. Just not. It's not a comfortable feeling, and I don't exactly know why I would feel that way. It's almost like somebody else's energy has leached into that space, and it like that energy needs to be pulled out of that space. It's like it'd be interesting to kind of know, like, did somebody with a bad attitude use that room before?
Probably me.
Oh,
Because during the time that I was using that is, kind of when everything was hitting us at once, and I just had fallen into an icky place.
Okay.
So it very well.
So your sadness and your energy might have leached into the space. Well, we can pluck it all out, get rid of all of it, and clear it all. We can do a clearinghouse.
Mm-hmm.
The inner sanctum.
Absolutely.
I like the rain. It's kind of a peaceful.
Yeah.
The energy right here is so. It's an intense, oracally, it has like a red sort of energy, very intense and passionate. There's a dedication and devotion and a level of intensity, drive, massive drive. Low back is giving me a lot of trouble right in here, a lot of pain right in here. I'm really uncomfortable right in the low back. I keep seeing Starbucks cups.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
I don't know why I see lots of them. Would there be a particular reason for this? Okay. Oh.
She's validated.
Oh.
That up in the corner. It's like my son's last Mother's Day. He ran away. Brought me Starbucks and balloons in that car.
Oh.
Oh.
Poor kid. Because he knew that you really loved that. Like, it would make you happy, and I think his issues are very separate from the house. It feels like it came at the same time as the house, but it's not. It's apples and oranges. It just was coincidental in the timing. His soul, he's he hasn't been in contact with you much since, right? Like at all, like very, very, very sporadically, and it's very whatever, yeah, okay, very clipped responses, very not interactive. This is some his own personal fight and his own personal battle. This has a lot to do with his own issues. This is he should have come here, and it should have been a happy thing. And he was already on a trajectory. And what I'm hearing from some of the other positive energies is like, you just didn't know. You just weren't you weren't aware yet, and then things started becoming more into the forefront. You became more aware of the issue. One of you is a very light sleeper. Like, I feel like small noises would startle one of you a little bit, but there's not a lot that happens here, but right in here, but Seems like maybe your husband's just really alert about things. Like he pays attention to a lot of things.
That's part of me.
Oh, okay. Do you notice like little sounds, little oddities every once in a while, just to like you're paying attention?
Yeah, I usually think it's the dogs.
Yeah, let's just write it off. It's the dog.
Yeah.
All right.
The dogs so I
fine.
can sleep.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the dog. No big deal. It's not the dead guy walking down the hall.
Yeah, Zoe zip it.
Because there seems to be some dead guy walking down the hallway. He seems to like pace the hallways. This guy paces the hallways. He's paces back and forth. I'm just watching out. I'm just watching out. So I don't feel a threatening energy from him. He's just watching. Like all of a sudden, ooh, this is uncomfortable. This is sharp, very sharp. I get a lot of sharp pains. A lot of sharp pains in here and through here. I feel very fearful in here for some reason. I feel very scared all of a sudden. Like I don't feel comfortable. I feel really nervous. I feel really scared. I feel closed off. I feel like sort of like cloaked, like just hide. I feel very hidden in this space. Would you understand why I would be feeling that way?
This is my son's room. Shortly before he left, and he would pretty much
shut everyone out.
Yeah.
Close everything off. I'm closed off. Yeah, because I just feel very.
He didn't want us to find out anything that he was doing, and he's And then a friend of mine, her son, stayed in here for a little while not too long ago, and she's going through a divorce, and the dad is very, very just
difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the son was just going through a lot.
Yeah, so his emotions and his fears and stuff are going to leach into this space too. Good cleansing will help that as well. Yeah, there's just like this lack of value and lack of appreciation for life and everything. Just, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
It's very uncomfortable. It's almost too much. My head hurts in here. I feel like headache pain and like tension headaches. A lot of tension headaches in here. And there is a older female that comes in here and watches out and looks around and attends to a person in here. There's an older woman that seems to like her jewelry looks nice, her nails look nice, her hair looks well done, and she seems to check up in here. Real protective type of energy. Kind of nice though. Nice proper older lady tending to the person in here. And let me just check and see. It's very particular. There's a very she's very, everything is just so this person is very colorful. very like, hello, here I am, I'm great. But in a sweet way, very sweet personality, very loving and sweet and tender, but just like, ta-da! Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right.
Definitely
All right.
Spitfire.
Okay, I like the spunk.
Yeah.
The spunk is good. The spunk works, and that keeps their energy kind of bubbled a little bit from some stuff. Some of the toxic energy doesn't hit them as much because they just radiate such a loud, vibrant kind of aura around. It's lovely. It's fun energy. It's very fun in there. I like that. There's just this guy that keeps like wandering around and patrolling. And right here again, my ears start to ring.
Yeah.
My ears are just ringing like crazy. Somebody had a real severe lung problem. Like, I'm feeling like the pulmonary system is not all right with a particular soul. It's pretty bad. And I think this had to do with something to do with their death. This whole system just went shut down. We didn't have time. Didn't have time to deal with this. There was no way to deal with this. But it's almost there's somebody that was really rough on you when you were younger. Like, they were super unfair and rough on you and made you question your value for yourself, like your trust in yourself and your intelligence and your beauty. There's an energy that tried to break you, like they really tried to destroy you, for lack of a better term. Does that make sense to you?
My childhood was crazy. I don't know if it was a person as much as it was
A lot of different things
Yeah.
kind of culminated together. Yeah, because it
Very-
feels like there was some intensity directed at you that made you just lack balance, lack consistency, and you felt out of control.
100%. There were times, where we were homeless, or we would get a house and we would live there that long. Just
Too much tumultuousness. You want some balance. You just want to feel at home. You're sick of having to figure it out. You're done trying to figure it out. Because I just feel like you have been through more than enough. And because it does mess with your self-worth and your feelings of are you doing enough, and it's why your son having the issues, like, it gave you that, it reintroduced that insecurity to you. Like, I thought we were done with this. I thought we had stability, and yet now, but it's not your burden. You think that it is because it's your child, but these are choices he made. These are his choices.
it was everything that I tried to protect him from.
Mm-hmm. He just
Found its way.
It probably was going to, no matter what you did. I mean, you could have built a castle and a moat around him.
I tried.
Yeah. But, his soul is on the journey that it's on, and he needs to work through the karmic energy that he has to work through. And if that still wasn't enough, then that's a choice, a free will choice. Every human being has free will. Oftentimes they don't use it for the right things and the best way. There's a lot of energy that culminates in this space. Just so much energy culminates in this space. And the native energy in this space is really, they don't seem mad. I think they just want to be sort of honored. They don't seem upset, though. They don't seem really pissed off, per se. But there's something that's weird that just doesn't quite belong, and I don't, like, it's almost not identifying itself. It's almost not giving me a view of it, like a name to it. It's almost like this gelatinous thing, like a jello.
I've always said that the fireplace, like I've always said, if you look at the rocks, you can see faces.
Mhm.
Like,
You're not the first person to say that.
Yeah, we've had, and that kind of rock will hold energy, for sure.
the house was built in '64.
Okay.
I think it was with the house.
Yeah, that kind of rock is gonna hold a lot of memories and energy, and every joyful moment and every sad moment. Stone tape theory, it's absorbing everything, and so again, maintenance is going to be important for you guys because we can really reboot you, but if without proper maintenance, because there's a lot you're working through, a lot from your childhood you're still kind of working through that you're not finished with yet, and then some of those wounds get opened up by the fact that the choices your son made and things like that. All of these things kind of culminate together and affect the vibration of the space, and it's no fault of your own. It's just you have to be mindful, you have to be aware, and then you have to know how to shift the balance the other direction. I don't think there's necessarily some sort of like demonic entity, wreaking havoc in the space, but I think human energy is creating something in the space. It's like becoming sentient.
It's PK.
Yeah, it's kind of peaky. Yeah, it's sort of psychokinetic.
That sounds right.
And that is correctable by a multitude of means, which would be good, heavy blessing, which we can do, maintenance blessings, which you can do, and therapeutic options for yourself and your family. Things like doing meditation, Tai Chi, Reiki, just traditional counseling, that kind of stuff. All of those things together that make you more whole, make the space more whole. You could get a video, put some Tai Chi on the TV and get out here and, getting in that meditative space, in that calm space, it's going to change the vibration quickly in here. And I think that will make a big difference. But I'd like to kind of document some of the things and see if some of this, because there are some spirits that are wandering around here, but I don't feel threatened by them at this point, except for that gelatinous thing. And I think that's a culmination of maybe a little bit of pissed off energy from the land and some pissed off human energy, of living people, and a lot of memories of people that have been here and come and gone, and it's all kind of like gluing together like this really crappy quilt. It doesn't quite. It's right.
The quilt of my life. My goodness.
We're gonna sew you up a new quilt that's gonna be a little prettier and keep you warm instead of slimy feeling.
With holes to where
Yeah. We're gonna fix this up and patch this up because there's a lot of the building blocks here. Like I can feel a lot of love between you and your husband, and even though you guys I can sense a little bit of like, I'm right, no, I'm right. Like there's this little back and forth in this tit for tat that you guys do. I can just, she's validating. But like the foundation is there, the love is there, and you guys do work as a team, even though you push back and forth at each other. This is a team, and you will face anything together.
Definitely.
And so this is no different. This is absolutely no different. And we would like to really validate what's going on here and use all of our equipment to give you validation for what's going on, why it's happening, and most of all, resolve it. At the end of the day, resolution is what really matters.
Yep.
But I'd like to know who these people are. That guy, I have no idea who he is, but he seems to really like the house.
And hope he feels warm and welcome.
Yeah, he seems nice. He's just kind of like watching out and taking care of. And that older lady, I have no clue who that woman is, but she seems to really like the energy in that one room. And so she's like, I'll watch out after her. So I don't know if it's like a few generations back, somebody related to the family. She just kind of, I'm going to watch out after this one. Like, just picture her. Okay.
Maybe it was my grandma. I mean, she passed away in 1992, so I was 12, and my daughter is 13.
So kind of coming in at the same time.
So maybe Because she's a lot like me when I took her.
So I'm gonna come help her. Was she just a little bit more put together?
Yes.
So very conscientious with her looks.
Yes.
And, okay, so that would kind of resonate then with what I felt.
Absolutely.
She's so quick.
My grandma, yeah, she was.
I like her. She's like
quiet. Had her things that she did. She was very calm,
but very demure and beautiful, and just simple.
Yep.
Simple and beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that maybe watch after your daughter. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. She seems nice. She seems to be having a positive influence.
She was awesome.
Good. Well, then that resonates with the image of the lady that I saw. So I would like to feel that's a good guardian to have. That's really validating for me, for you, and something great for your daughter to have, a protector. I don't know. The guy seems like maybe he came with this area.
Came with the house, yeah.
You know, or something. He's associated possibly the land too. There's about 4 Native Americans that roam the land, right? Like in this little section right here. Like there's about 4 of them that I can see. They're telling me about. They see the darkness. They see the dark thing. They're acknowledging they see it, and so they don't even want to come in here. They stay out away from it because they see this gelatinous thing. But there was a seed of it prior to you moving here. This was here before you moved here, but it was kind of semi-dormant, and then new elements got fed into this whatever it is, and then now it's kind of grown and taken on more of a life of its own. That's a little creepy.
Yeah.
I can remove that. Does that resonate with you? Kind of some of what you felt or seen, sensed in the space a little bit?
Oh, definitely. So when we first came and saw the house, it didn't have any of the aspects that we had on our list. You know,
Yeah.
We wanted a pool, we wanted a kitchen, you know, all these things, and we ended up redoing it all. But it didn't have a lot of that stuff. But we walked in and we were like, it felt right. We kind of looked at each other like, this is where we're supposed to be, and it was agreed. We just looked at each other in the face, and the family that lived here before, they're relatively religious. Very, very, she was just as sweet as could be. We didn't really deal with the husband at all, but they had adopted a little boy, I think from Mexico.
Okay.
And he passed away at 6 years old.
Oh no.
Of some sort. I'm not exactly sure what it was.
Okay.
I thought it was a brain tumor, but maybe leukemia. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But
so that can scar a place too.
Yeah. So, and you know, their family all their kids had grown up and moved out. So I'm not sure.
So some of their energy, a lot of their energy from all of those people would be left in the space, including the one that passed away.
Mine explained the facial recognition, and that was about that high when you started the intro. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in our bedroom, in the closet that was over on the other side, not the big closet with the double doors, but the other one, they measured all their kids' heights. And so we saved that door.
Oh, wow.
No matter what, when we do renovations, you know, we saved it just in case we could turn it into something and then find a way to give it to them. But I know that, you know, they did a lot of that kind of stuff. And then also there's a spot in the backyard where they all did their handprints in cement with the little boy, with their little boy. So, like, I know that there's things that, so I think they were going through a lot of stuff while they were here towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that could obviously leak into this and trigger an energetic shift. And maybe it's just a small blob of sadness and energy, but then if you build upon that and you add new things and new things and new things, and you build sort of a mountain of energy, which can be overwhelming. But I wouldn't necessarily say that that is to blame for everything, but it's part of the equation. Kind of like a recipe, you know, it's little bits and pieces all kind of come together and make a whole. I think we should kind of wander with some meters and see if there's any trigger areas that really, or if any of these spirits actually just want to interact with us.
I like
maybe
that.
They have something to say. Maybe they need something, and we can try to give them their voice back a little bit. And get some resolution.
And there is one spot on the way. I just was curious. Just the dog always runs out there and barks now. I think it could be that she saw a squirrel go up there one time
Maybe, yeah.
and that she just knows that it's out there and that it might be near me someday.
Yeah.
I just don't know if that's
We can check it out for
right
sure.
over by that tree.
All right.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind checking out the handprints anyways. They might
Yeah.
might even be able to be giving us a signature. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we can do that.
We got some meters.
All right. Sounds good.